Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot back with even more Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse news, or I suppose I should call it Dragon Ball Xenoverse news. Again this week, it has been a really crazy week for Xenoverse stuff and movies. We have Battle of the Gods news dropping, the return of Dragon Ball Z Fight. It's been a crazy week for Dragon Ball Z on my channel this week. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what the subject at hand is today. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse network test. There's going to be a beta test for Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which is completely insane. But let's go ahead and dive right into this article so I can explain to you guys the details. I mentioned in the title there is some bad news. It's still, we'll talk about it. Anyways, the Japanese branch of Bandai Namco Games has announced, quoted the text below, a Dragon Ball Xenoverse network test for the PlayStation 3 owners. Now right there, a bad news right there, because it's only for PS3. It's not PS4, it's not Xbox One, it's not 360, it is a PS3 only beta test. But you never know, and I'll talk more about that later. Don't click off just yet if you don't have a PS3. It goes on to say, this playable demo that will be accessible from the Japanese PlayStation Network. However, unlike most demos where just anybody can download and play, this one will be limited to the lucky winners of a lottery. So they're making it even harder to get into this beta by making it Japanese only and a lottery. Now, if you're not from Japan, stick around, there's still a way you can enter. Here we go. Unless Bandai Namco / Dimps have region locked it, anybody with a Japanese PlayStation Network account should be able to enter the lottery, but only a few of the entrants would be selected. So what that means is, if there's any kind of game or any kind of demo that you want that's available in Japan only right now, it doesn't matter where you are, you can actually make a Japanese only account. You can make, not Japanese only, you can make an account on PSN and say that you're in Japan in that account. It will turn all your text and stuff like that to Japanese, which kind of sucks. But you'll be able to get onto the PlayStation Store and download stuff that's available only in Japan, like Xenoverse. Now, personally, it says unless it's region locked. It wouldn't surprise me if they do region lock it, so even if you're from other countries, you can't get yourself in. But I can't say for sure 100% that I know that for a fact, but we'll get into why I think it's region locked here in a second. Anyways, it goes on to say, when can the lottery be entered? So starting August 21st, 2014 at 9 p.m. JST, I'm assuming that's Japan Standard Time, I'm not 100% sure, I'm ignorant, to midnight on September 18th, 2014. I don't know if it's 9 p.m. in Japan yet, I don't know when that is exactly, but August 21st is right now, so I don't know if they're ahead of us, behind us. I really should have done my research on that, I'm sorry, but you can look it up. If not, wait until tomorrow, and then it'll for sure be 9 p.m. So by sometime around the next 12 hours or so, it's up and running for you to enter for your chance to get Xenoverse until September 18th. So, how can players enter the lottery for a chance to play Xenoverse? Between the dates mentioned above, players must search the Japanese PlayStation Store for a bunch of Japanese symbols which translate to entry ticket for network test, and then click the download button on the Dragon Ball Xenoverse item that shows up. Doing this will enter you into the selection pool. How will players be selected? It will be random. Players who are selected will only be able to play the network test on the account they registered with, and they will be notified of their selection by email. When will the selected players be notified, and when can they play? There will be 2 rounds. This is where it gets important. There will be 2 rounds of Dragon Ball Xenoverse network testing. The first round selects players who will be notified on September 19th, 2014, and the test will run over a 27-hour period from September 20th at 9 p.m. JST to midnight on September 22nd, 2014. The second round of selected players will be notified October 3rd, with their test also running a 27-hour period from October 4th at 9 p.m. JST to midnight on October 6th. The first round of testing is for Japan. This is where it gets important, while the second round will be worldwide. The second round of tests will have additional features not in the first round. So, for anyone who doesn't feel like making a Japanese account like I do, but I don't feel like making a Japanese account because I think it's possible they might region lock this one first off. And secondly, I've never made a Japanese account, and knowing that there's going to be a worldwide thing later just makes me want to go with that. I don't want to fiddle with all the Japanese stuff and everything if I don't really need to get the full experience of the beta still. But yeah, anyways, the second round of tests will have additional features from the first round, and again, that's October 4th to October 6th, and that's when our test is going to be running. I don't know how you'll be able to enter yet. I think the details will be announced shortly. But what about a network test in other countries? Again, this is important if you're not in Japan. It's likely Bandai Namco Games America and Europe will have their own first round of testing for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. They have already announced there will be a closed beta and the details will be announced in the future. Our guess is the first round is to test how online gameplay works when playing with players from their own region, while the second round tests the network when players interact with those worldwide. So there you go. That's pretty much the end of the whole thing. But the beta has been announced. There's a beta for Japan only. There's a beta for worldwide right now. And then there's also a beta yet to be announced for America and Europe. Now, the only sad part about this is, to the best of my knowledge, it's only PS3 right now. However, America and Europe have not said anything about their betas, and they could possibly run theirs on the Xbox 360 or possibly the PS4, maybe the Xbox One. Who knows? They might broaden theirs out a little bit when they do the run in America and Europe. We'll have to see. But as of right now, you have to have a PS3. It's PS3 only. It's no other system, nothing like that. And yeah, I've given you all the details here. I'm going to leave a link to the article down below if you want to read up on this a little bit yourself, or if you need to remember any of the dates or something like that. Link to that, as always, will be in the description down below. I personally will probably be skipping out on trying to enter the Japanese one, but I will be entering my butt off into any other network test that becomes available in my region, which of course is the USA. But that's going to wrap it up for me today, guys. I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like breaking news on when America and Europe beta tests go live or how to enter them or anything, be sure to hit the subscribe button, because that's going to be my thing. I'm totally going to do a video on that when they announce it. And aside from that, leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Also, I cover, like I said, a bunch of other Dragon Ball Z news, such as Xenoverse, the new movie coming out for spring 2015, any news on that, and of course, even Battle of Gods, which we just had some news on earlier today. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace.